Hi everyone and welcome to this little sketchbook tour. I have a few sketchbooks that are done or almost done, so I'm probably gonna start a short series of this to go through my sketchbooks with a few comments. I know that was something that might be of some interest for some of you guys, so let's get to it. This is like a rather small A5 sketchbook I got a few years ago. It's very simple, just white paper, nothing special to it, and a bunch of stickers. And I think this one was originally gonna have some works for an animation project I was on. I was working on some backgrounds, trying to figure out the layout of where the thing was gonna be. I'm not working on this anymore, but I still have a bunch of sketches I might work on, especially with the backgrounds, as it's something that I really like. So yeah, this was for like a loft area with like a small apartment, maybe Vancouver based. As you can see, my sketchbook got some water here, which is unfortunately quite common. Water and my sketchbooks don't go along that well. I was also on this project working on the storyboard, so a lot of what I was trying to work on was also while envisioning how the film was gonna be. And I was also working on researching some characters, so was trying to get a very animated style for this one. I had no idea what the characters were gonna look like. And then we have the more juicy sketches for this apartment, a little floor plan and a bedroom that I haven't worked on that much yet, but it's part of the things I would like to work more on. It's like one of those projects in the backlog. And another view of the same room. And then we had more sketches for what was gonna be the kitchen. Some of you might recognize this sketch. It's the first one I worked on, one of the first TikToks I made actually, and I will put on top the final result, just working on the loose sketch and adding more plans. So I had this kind of plan to try and figure out, envision the space, how it was going to be in 3D, see how everything falls together, especially when working on storyboarding. It's quite important, I think, to have like a good idea of how the space looks like in 3D. And this was a little thumbnail I really liked for the entry, showing the staircase. And then it was a quite challenging view from the top of the staircase going down into the main area, and also showing the bathroom, trying to have like a x-ray view of everything together. Here are some little anatomical studies. Anatomy is one of the things I worked on a lot while I was more studying, and it's a thing I still try to work on from time to time, maybe not as much as I should, but it's quite important in my opinion to have a good understanding on anatomy, so then you can play with it and deform it. And this one was more of a study for a painting I was doing at the time, to see how the light was bouncing and interacting, and also try to remember all the muscles that were interacting in this area. Very quick research I think I did during one of my breaks for work. It was also to hide the pose that I was trying to figure out for one of my paintings that was like a view from the bottom up, and it was very challenging, and I struggled with this pose for a long time, and then I tried to figure it out on paper. It was a digital piece, which I'll show again. So yeah, then it was really messy, so I just pasted something on top. And again, more anatomy practice. I think this was more to try and work from memory and see what I remember, what I need to work on. This is a thing I do from time to time. Try to find some poses and be like, okay, where are the bones, where are the muscle, how everything interacts with each other. Some posing, and then from there usually see what's okay, what's missing, and work on it, and work on the weaker points. Here is, yeah, that's a little sketch I had started. For now, the idea lives here. That's one thing I really liked about sketchbooks, is that's a thing I hold on to very easily because they have a lot of ideas, and even some sketches that could be very old. Like this sketchbook I started, I think probably in 2018, 2019. They still have a lot of ideas, and you saw like the bathroom sketch, I went through it last year again. I really like to hold on to them, and even if I have sketches that are not really good but I like the idea, I know it's a thing I might go back on. And it's also very good to nest all your ideas, because if you are like me, you might have a lot of ideas and not a lot of time, or a lot of idea and maybe you're slower to work on them, or it takes you a long time to finish a painting. So that's a pretty good thing, to throw everything in there so that in case you forget, you can go back to it and then maybe take one idea from a page, take an idea from another page, mix everything together and see how it goes. And here's some more work for portraits. I think those were all from imagination, they're not all perfect. Here are some researches for an illustration I still haven't done. I was trying to figure out a pose for a pretty close fight with like someone doing a knee. Then here's more. So here are some more studies for hands again. And here are probably some more martial art poses that I didn't go through with, or maybe worked on it in a different sketchbook or pages. And another little sketch that did not get continued but might get forward a little bit more personal. Still a lot of work on the hands. And I was really happy with this one, like how the whole page turned out. Then are some more random things, a few sketches for fun anatomy and folds things. A thumbnail that I didn't go through with yet, but I probably will at some point, and a few thumbnails I don't know if you can see. That's kind of dark, but this was a thumbnail for my last unicorn sketch, which became a whole painting, and I will probably show it after. And on the following page I had done like a few bold studies for this same painting. It was actually quite fun. I hadn't done animal studies in a while, so that was very good to kind of understand how the whole thing works, to then have the whole image that I will put on top here. And then just to finish, it's one of those others, probably when I painted the bull image. I most likely still had a little bit of paint that I just put on there and sprayed a little bit and tried to come up with an image just from splashes of colors, getting an idea and a scene with it. So this one was gonna be like a clearing in the woods with like a random door, but maybe this door leads to somewhere else, or maybe the door looks weird itself, so you want to go and it's just kind of a door sitting there. So of course you're gonna be curious and wonder what's up with this. And a little spaceship idea, kind of very splashy. And that's it for this sketchbook. Let me know in the comments if you have suggestions, things you liked, things you didn't like. This is still like my very beginning in doing voiceover like this, so I have to get used to it. But yeah, hope you enjoy it, hope you get something out of it, and if you have suggestions of or things you would like to see more from me, let me know in the comments and I'll try to do my best to answer that.